Salvador Dali is regarded as one of the most celebrated artists of all time. Let's learn more about the man, the master, the marvel that is Dali.
Dali was actually named not only after his father, who was Salvador, but also a brother that passed away when he was an infant. So a two-year-old infant child was named Salvador Dali, firstborn male in the family. And then our Salvador Dali was born 9 months and 11 days after his death. So the parents lost their firstborn son. They conceived of another child. He was a male. He received the same first name. And so later, when Dali was 59 years old, he paints this portrait, this imaginary portrait of this brother who he says haunts him in his dreams. It's like the brother has grown on the other side of the grave. So yeah, there's a lot of stories like that that animate what we know about our collection.
You would think that a fresco would draw you in, which it does. It's
Right.
immersive, but you can get drawn into a very small piece.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I think Dali had mastered certain skills that come from the Renaissance and earlier, knowing how to do underpainting, knowing how to draw the eye in. And he also was fascinated with trying to present very tiny details within pretty extraordinary compositions. Over the course of his life, there's about 1,500 works he created in oil. He would work, 8 to 10 hours a day every day. And if he wasn't doing that, he'd be writing. If he wasn't doing that, he'd be working with contracts on projects. He's bringing ideas that he read in Sigmund Freud's writings about dreams and about relationships with father-sons and the struggle there.
Did he get along with his parents?
There was a lot of father-son struggles to finally where they had a big fight. They didn't speak to each other for 5 years.
How old was he?
He was about 25. And when they finally resolved, it was still very shaky, and eventually they wound up falling out again. But it seems like he went out of his way to make his father have problems with him. Dali was a very difficult son. Dali just was such a creative figure, and he was so fascinated with engaging the mind, challenging himself, coming up with new ways to see the world, that I think people take away both a sense of, astoundment, that he accomplished what he did, but also a sense of possibility. So you and I are looking at an image of Dali's wife standing at an opening in their window, looking out onto the Mediterranean. But what people will see is that it's an image of Abraham Lincoln. And so a painting like this shows him responding with this final, just amazing double image that also seems to deal with the passing of time. How much information does the mind need in order to recognize a familiar image? I don't think he wants people to come away with their own ideas. Life is not the way we normally take it to be. The world does not appear to us the way that we normally assume it does. Take another look,
Right.
Experience it again. So this is what makes this collection amazing.